some things that I really just don't really like. That, you know, like I was out to the country and I saw that a lot of people got married out of the state of Maryland to file for alimony checks, and it was more than the state. And then there was this thing, like, you know, about hair and stuff like that. And so there's this thing, it's called, like, you know, they typically call it natural selection, but they try to bring in the law of attraction. But it's really dominated now by by the worst people ever. So you're actually picking unnaturally, if that makes sense. So it's unnatural selection because they've already used animal as interpreting how cats breed and how dogs prepare them. Anyway, so you could file Vesuvius or on my back and Pompeii on the front, or you could say it's other way around, because what the guys do is that they contact this thing, they think they're getting something, I don't know about it, but the other guys too, they're just as bad. Don't think that, like, you know, if I say other, does that make it black and white or automatically to help out? And the other one that does it too is always the people, they don't notice this one. And what it is, it's kind of like the other thing that I said, you know, like, for example, third place always moves to being the second coming. And then after they do, like, the Jesus one, and they totally screw it up, like, they're just thugs or whatever, or they're just also jerks. You know, the day that Tim McGraw and Faith Hill gave up on country music type thing, those kinds of things, or whatever canciones too that might have inflicted in those kinds of things, or whatever Burmese python type ideas or whatever. Anyway, so the third one is to pretend to be the sister, supposedly Jesus, even though they have no affiliation to them. Okay? So that they continue to run it on unnatural selection. And that's kind of where I cut it off there. It was like, I guess, you know, and then the door, and that's why I was like, they're not even, I bet you 100% they're not even married. And there's no, like, type thing. I knew it. Like, I was like, I'm onto it. Trust me, I'm onto it, like, right now. That when they do that intentionally, they're ready to make, you know, whatever about something, and they're not even, like, married or anything like that. Does that make sense? Like, instead of it being like the second coming of Jesus, they were saying that, and then that's why every time, oh, somebody else's sister gets an ear infection, somebody else, the sister of that sister, gets raped. Does that make sense? It's all based off of unnatural selection, really. And it's quite terrifying. And then even worse is, like, kind of like these things where, like, they think that they, like, internationally have a baby with Down syndrome. The other one, I have fucking no idea what kind of whatever they were on, but whatever. It's like I think it's just cruelty. But basically, they use a dog and they put the plate on the dog. But small dogs, you know, like, they're considered useful, as in saying, like, toys or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's incredibly fucked up. I don't know. Like, they keep putting things out like that, and it's actually based off of unnatural selection, regardless if you had a spirit animal or whatever. But that's how they try to mentally, things like that, they try to say they're mentally doing that so that they can just easily, you know, issue a fake Agenda 21. I was like, this is some fucked up Agenda 21. Call a general with the same name of a girl's name in a song and say, I sold the car, type thing.